One thing I loved in last night's win was the togetherness I saw from the squad. When Nico Jackson scored, the whole team ran towards him. You're seeing Ben giving him positive affirmations. You're seeing Disasi, supporting his teammate, pointing towards his shirt number, getting the crowd hyped. And I think this really communicates how good the dynamics are right now, how together the team feel, and how even though results have been going against us, it's quite obvious that the mentality has not fallen off. This gives me quite a lot of hope. I loved the reaction yesterday. For me, this was a deserved win, and it feels like the players really celebrated in a manner which really communicated how they felt like they finally got a result their performances have deserved. So my friends, in today's 4 Things We Learned video, I'll be discussing some of last night's performances from Nico Jackson, plus a lot more, my friends. So sit back, relax. I hope you guys enjoy. Watch yesterday's review. Hit that like button as well too, my friends. So let's start with things and let's appreciate Nico Jackson's match-winning performance against Brighton yesterday. It's starting to feel like he likes playing against Brighton. He scored against them during pre-season, and it's details like this, my friends. I mean, look, standing position from the left-hand sides. Look how he carries the ball. Look how that encourages movement in behind. Look how that creates space on the right-hand side as well too. From a position right here, yeah, where there was nothing really happening whatsoever. Nothing at all. He's getting surrounded by Brighton players, but this is the type of stuff that Nico Jackson has in his game, and I feel like there's a lot more to come from this guy. Look, 3-4 players taken out, and he finds a pass into Cole Palmer. Again, it was played behind. It should have been released a bit earlier, but I think this is a great example to show not only the rawness behind Nico Jackson, but of course the potential around his overall game as he continues to grow and improve as a football player, right? So yeah, I mean, I really like this guy. Caicedo wins that. Nico Jackson, he loves falling in these areas right here. Like for Villarreal, he was constantly the outlet on the counter-attacks by dropping deep into these spaces. He can carry the ball, as we can see here. He tries to find Maatsen, but again, the rawness is there a little bit. He doesn't execute that pass perfectly. But again, he really presses hard off the ball. The one thing I find interesting is that when he does drop deep, he isn't someone that really holds off defenders yet, but I think he could learn to do that even more as he grows. But here, look, when he runs, he attacks the spaces, he's positive. It was a good recovery in the end, but I think one of the promising things I want to see more of is this Nico times Mudryk combination play. Now, I feel like that move could have been executed a bit better then. Nico Jackson had that space to run into. I think Mudryk should have been attacking the space right here between the Brighton defender on the left side and the right hand side too. But that can only come with more experience. I think Mudryk has to improve sometimes when it comes to knowing when to time his runs and attack the spaces and be aggressive. But here, we know what's coming right here. I'll be talking about Cole Palmer later on, but look at Jackson's movement. So he likes to play off the defender, and he likes to sandwich himself in between the spaces. Right here is between Lamptey and their Dutch defender. And as that moment comes, look, Cole Palmer drags the other defender away, creating a bigger space for Nico Jackson. And then again, he simply just had to place the shot, which he does, away from the goalkeeper. The celebration was wild. It was nice to see. And I like that he kind of pointed towards the badge as well too. Really nice, classy touch. But Nico, he does offer a presence. He does offer something. Nice little backheel pass there too. And here, I mean, I'm sorry. We all know this. It's ridiculous that this goal was disallowed. The refereeing we're seeing in the past 2 games now is getting a bit stupid. It's starting to get a bit ridiculous. He should have got 2 goals in this game easily. Again, Cole Palmer. And of course, when he has someone close to play with him, this is what Nico Jackson can do. Now you're seeing the disallowed goal from another angle, which makes it even more egregious that this was called offside. Beautiful team play. That's what Pochettino wants to do. And for me, it makes no sense why it was disallowed. I wanted to just show his compilation to remind us of the potential he has and why we've invested young. Because for me, he's the type of striker that your Lils or your Napolis or your other clubs would sign. They develop there, and you sign this guy in the future for over 50, 60, 80 million. I think we're doing things differently, and I think we have to remember, let's give this guy some patience. There will be some raw moments, but I think there's a massive upside to expect from Nico Jackson. Now, one player I have to discuss was probably my man of the match yesterday, and that was Cole Palmer. Let's analyze what this kid did. I mean, you know what? This guy was really, he's been coached superbly well. I mean, like he kind of received the back pass from a disadvantaged angle. You know, Nico plays it backwards, as you guys have seen right here. But look at the touch, look at the awareness, head up, and immediately he knows what he's about to do. That nice, cute reverse ball in behind, he spots the run from Ian Maatsen, and you know, having that connective player between the lines. I think that we've been screaming out for one. As we've been playing against teams like your West Hams and you know, your Nottingham Forest, etc., etc. And I think this was the Cole Palmer show yesterday. Nice little skill then with a back flick. Oh my God, like, like the angles too that he finds, crazy. Left foot, little pauser. Beautiful ball over the top, very well weighted, and I think Palmer playing as a 10 is his best position, because I think for certain guys who are that good across multiple positions, yeah, I feel you give them certain roles where they have more freedom and they have the license then to really affect the game in like their biggest capacities, right? Yeah, look at him. He's attacking the spaces right there. He's looking for the supportive run of CUCURELLA. His head's always up. Great understanding of the game. Releases it well. And he plays that pass in a way where CUCURELLA is receiving it on his stronger foot. Again, a bit unlucky in that situation. If we had Gusto, it's a different story, right? But yeah, the body swivels, the balance, very elegant player. And the timing of his runs in the box too. Like, he has that goal threat in his game. Now, this pass right here was just absolutely exceptional. And, you know, when you want to like trust in the ability and the potential of a player, can they pull off these moments of imagination? And I just think that, look at the little pause of there. You can see in this clip that he's looking between the defender's legs right there, because he already knew where Nico Jackson is, because the clip shows you that Cole Palmer has great understanding of the movement of his teammates. Perfectly weighted pass between the legs. The nutmeg was disgraceful. Like, he absolutely took the piss. Look. Oh, come on. Come on. Like, yeah. I mean, the guy's a player. Mad. The touch, what's he gonna do? He plays a safe pass back to Sanchez in that moment. And see the little Cruyff turns, which he's really good at doing too. Like, he can change his directions just like that. You see how he receives so like the half turn, like he's literally like facing towards goal now. From little simple details like this, I really like about Cole Palmer, yeah. Very technically accomplished. Look, straight, his head's up. And you know why he has a great reading of his teammates is because he constantly scans on the field. He scans where he has to be on the ball, off the ball, and his timing and release are really good at this age. Like, I think this kid is a real talent. Look. Again, the safe option was there. I know he wanted to play that switch ball in the moment. But again, come on. Like, he just knew where Nico was. These are like those little Nkunku type of flicks too, which I like. And we'll go back to that moment. Look, Nico now can time the run, because when you have that connective player between you, something that he's needed for a very long time, where he can play off, because Nico wants to be attacking the spaces. That is the type of profile of striker Jackson is right now. So to have a Cole Palmer that can produce moments like this again, taking out two defenders with a little flick pass into the feet of Nico Jackson. I'm sorry, he should have got 2 assists, and I think Nico should have got 2 goals. And I think this could be the start of a very interesting and exciting partnership between Palmer and Nico Jackson. And one player that deserves respect for his performance last night was Marc Cucurella. I thought it was really impressive, really solid. I think he had a great game. And, you know, in terms of the defensive presence he had a big job against Matoma, one of the most informed wingers in the league right now. Now, I think one thing that kind of helps, if you see right here, I think the fact that you have a winger that wants to cut inside on his right foot, and Cucurella can now defend with his strongest foot on the left side. Look at the little, like, see the angle right there, he can close down. And I think that's why he had like a bit of an advantage defensively as well. But even though Marc was playing on the opposite side of the field, how he connected, how he supported the attack, and the passing angles he could make with the little, like, you know, passes into midfield, It was impressive. And look, right here, this is the aggressive CUCURELLA I was seeing at Brighton. Someone who gets tight to his man, aggressive. Remember, when Thomas Tuchel signed him for us, he mentioned comparisons alongside Azpilicueta for a reason, because CUCURELLA had that warrior mentality and spirit where he wants to get like obnoxiously tight to his man and opponent to like win his tackles. So I hope it comes back. You know, left foot pass right there, did a little dummy then, but again, there was no need to make the overlap. But already he's alert to the danger, and he wins that back against Matoma. You know, not many fullbacks have had this type of performance against Matoma this season, so he deserves a ton of credit. And I kind of feel like CUCURELLA played so well, where you're thinking to yourself, I think it's obvious that against Fulham, he is playing as a right back against them. You know, I like redemption stories. Like, I don't take anything too personally against any player we have, because as long as you play well, and if you can bring your form back, that's all I care about. I don't really care about the names as much anymore. Little moments and skills like this as well too, you know. Look, having an option there, and I rate Gusto because he can use his left foot, but having that left-footed player on the right then, who's like on the byline, right, allows him to play that pass to Caicedo, the angle opens up, and that's what created the move for the goal that should have been the second goal in this game. So we're seeing how CUCURELLA affected things in both boxes. Look, touch tight, aggressive again. Of course, the comp only shows all the best moments, maybe 1 or 2 moments where balls went over the top, but it's normal. But look how tight he's getting and aggressive. Absolutely bullying Buonatti right there. And you're seeing tackle after tackle after tackle. I mean, in CUCURELLA, 13 ground duels, 11 ground duels won. That is crazy. That is crazy. 0 fouls throughout the game, and he was engaged that much defensively. Like, he deserves the credit, and I'm going to give credit to players who play well. That's what I really asked for. You know, long balls too, completed 4 out of 5. This was a very accomplished performance from him. And it's up to him now to try and win over Pochettino. You know, Poch has had some reservations around him, but I think at the same time, he is one of those managers where any player has an opportunity to win themselves back in the team if they take the opportunities. So for me, these were the 3 players I wanted to discuss. I think the final player for me is Levi Colwill. I saw a performance which kind of, I think would have made John Terry proud, to be fair with you. You know, I saw a leadership in his performance yesterday, how he reacted to his teammates, how he galvanized them. You know, that's what you get from Colwill when he plays in his best position as a centre back. Look at that pass with his left foot right there, that line breaking pass. 1, 2, 3 Brighton players taken out right there. And look how Caicedo is getting ready to make the run in behind Baliba then to kickstart that move. That's what Colwill does. He is the instigator of attacks. And I feel like it's about time he found himself in his best position. You know, one thing he's really good at too are these carries. He carries the ball really well into midfield. It kind of reminds me of like Andreas Christensen. And like, this brings a new dimension to his teams. I feel like, again, the runs in this bomb should have been more aggressive. Nico drifts wide, but that's what Cole can bring. That composure to play out from the back. And having a left winger now where he can actually use his passing range to find them. It's these details, man. You know, like, I understood the balance that Poch was talking about, but I just didn't see the utility against these teams that didn't care for possession. Look at that, like the warrior mentality right there from Levi Colwill. You know, he wanted to make sure that he's against his former team, he was mentally on point and ready. He's winning duels with his head as he's falling down. I just think, yeah, you guys, you've known my thoughts about Colwill for like 3 years on this channel, and I feel like I've been absolutely validated because I've been telling you that this guy was the next one. I mean, look at that pass, for God's sake. This is what you miss when Colwill is playing as a left back. He doesn't have those angles to play those passes. Look, took out 2 Brighton players to find Ben then. It's just, he just creates angles for teams. And obviously, it's going to be a massive loss for Brighton. A super ball over the top then. And for me, you know, it was nice to see a performance yesterday where I saw players playing in their best positions and seeing the upside that we saw offensively in the final third from those types of details. So right now, let's hope this continues against Fulham. My friends, share your thoughts and opinions. I hope you guys enjoy the What We Learned video, and yeah, and I hope you guys come back tomorrow for more content on Blue Lions TV. So on that note, I'll catch you guys soon. Cool.